I can't do something I do not love. I've seen DJs change styles and I admire them for it. For me, trance has always been close to my heart, you know.
Elite Daily meets Armin van Buuren. Changing the scene of EDM and forming the sound of trance. Armin van Buuren is the #1 DJ for a reason. For over 15 years, Armin has shaped the trance music scene. With a listenership of over 20 million on his weekly podcast, A State of Trance. An international record label, Armada Music, and DJ Mag's #1 DJ 5 times. Armin opens up to Elite Daily about falling in love with dance, the beginning of his DJ career, and you, his fans.
How do I get started with DJing and producing? I think it basically started in school. All my friends were changing mixtapes and we were buying vinyls, and when we had an hour off, we always went to the record store. It was just kind of the group of people I was hanging out with. You know, live and breathe dance music, and I think what was very essential was the fact that I got in touch with dance music at such a young age, like 14, 15. This is when you try to find your identity in life. This is when you try to find out who you are and what you like, and this is how I fell in love with dance music. I have a law degree, not necessarily because I liked law that much. Last year was fun. I mean, I enjoyed reading about copyrights and all that, but the majority of it was a bit boring, and my passion was always music, but I never thought I would be sitting here talking to you guys. I always thought, like, you know, I'm going to do music the rest of my life, but I don't know if I'm going to make enough money to make a living out of it, so let's just do law so I can always be a lawyer at a law firm or get a decent job. I used a lot of the knowledge from my law degree for tax. I use a lot of the knowledge for setting up my company, Armada Music, that I started with 2 other guys. So a lot of the stuff that I found boring when I was reading about them in law school, I'm actually using on this day. So I'm not a lawyer now, but I think I'm glad I finished the degree. And one of my dreams is to really tour with the Armin Only show, like, you know, do arenas and go around the world with that, because Armin Only for me is not only a DJ set, a very long DJ set, but it's also a live show with a lot of live acts and a lot of live entertainment. A lot of these DJs are doing such short sets, you know, 1 hour, and then, yeah, everybody can make a 1 hour set sound great, because if you play all the big hits, yeah, the crowd's going to go crazy. That's simple. But I think what I'm really excited about and what I want to bring as an artist is trying to bring back the progression in a DJ set, which I think is essential. If you really want to appreciate a DJ, you should really listen to a DJ when he's playing longer than 2 or 3 hours, because then you can hear his progression. My ambition for the future would be to bring longer sets and to really try and bring people on a journey with live elements. For me, trance has always been close to my heart. You know, I made trance before it was even called trance. I remember when I released my first track called Blue Fear, and I remember walking in the record store and it was labeled as club track. This is, in a way, it's kind of limiting, because a lot of people ask me, why don't you work with this big artist or that big artist? I said, well, for me, it's always, it begins and ends with the song. If I don't like the song, if I don't feel the song, if I don't feel the lyrics, then I can't produce it, you know. It doesn't mean it's a bad song, it just doesn't fit my profile, it doesn't fit my style, and it's a hard battle, to be honest. I say no to a lot of really, really good songs that even became hits later, you know, so I kind of missed out on them, but I can still say true hand on my heart that I'm still doing what I love, I still do what I feel that's right, and if one day I'll have a mainstream Billboard big hit, then, you know, it'll happen, maybe not, maybe it'll be great. But it's not like that's my main focus. I think I'm blessed with the best fans in the world. My fans have supported me so much, and I've got the most loyal fans. But that's also hard sometimes, because you don't want to disappoint your fans. On the other hand, as an artist, I want to progress. So I want to keep up with the sound. So I think the future for trance is very bright, but I don't think you should necessarily look for trance to be mainstream, because simply the fact that you can't capture the emotion of a trance track within 2.5 minutes. Other dance music genres are much more adaptable for daytime radio, you know, the 2.5 minute songs. I'm not trying to necessarily make my tracks that short just for the sake of being on the radio. Some tracks are more radio accessible. Some tracks should not, because they're the best at their 8-minute length, you know. Some of my tracks I don't even make a radio edit of, because I'm like, if you make a radio edit of this track, it doesn't make sense. It's like asking Queen to radio edit their Bohemian Rhapsody because it's 5 minutes, one of the biggest songs ever written. And you tell Queen, hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, your track is 5 minutes. Please make it 3.5 minutes. But then you kill the whole essence of the song. Let me tell you one thing. Armada's grown so big that I don't even know all the new artists anymore. We started as a very small label with only 2-3 employees, and now, you know, there's 60 people in the office. It's kind of bizarre to think. For example, Emma Hewitt, you know, we've just released her album and she's doing amazing. Has a completely different sound. It's more pop, more indie kind of, but it's special, and she's a very special person and a very talented person. And with Armada, we can release her album so she can go and grow in her career. And now she's touring all over the world, doing amazingly well. And I'm so proud of her, of what she's doing. And she's part of the Armada label now. And it's one of the examples that shows, like, you know, it was a good thing to do, to start the label. Is there anything left I want to achieve? I mean, for me, I feel like I've just started, really. I mean, I know it's not true, and I know I've been around for a while, but creatively, I'm still discovering and learning new things every day. So I'm very excited about my next artist album. If you listen to the sound of trance in 2013, it's completely different than the way it sounded back in 1999, but the essence of it is still there. You know, it's still melodic, it's still euphoric, it's still uplifting, but it's grown. It's grown a lot. I want to make clear that A State of Trance is not just about Armin van Buuren. It's not about Armada music per se. It is about trance music as its entirety. So I invite my competition, if you want to call it that. I think it's most important that we like this music, and it's not a competition, that we want to share this music with you and we want to share it with the crowd. So that's most important. That's what I'm most excited about.